Burkina Faso plans to withdraw mining permits from some foreign companies and will seek to produce more of its own gold. This is a welcome development. Some of these permits are signed out to some of these companies for little or nothing, in which in return most of the African countries are not even benefiting almost little or nothing from their own natural resources. So, just like in the case of Botswana, where the second largest diamond was found some months ago, and Botswana don't even have rights over its own diamond. These things are appalling. Some of these permits needs to be revoked. Yes, any natural resources or any of such precious metal that is being taken out of African soil, the countries in which it belongs to at least should have 80 or 85% of the proceeds or what comes out of these precious metals or these natural resources, and not the other way around. Burkina Faso plans to withdraw mining permits from some foreign companies and will seek to produce more of its own gold, Junta leader Ibrahim Traoré said on Saturday, without specifying which permits could be cancelled. We know how to mine our gold, and I don't understand why we are going to let multinationals come and mine it. Wonderful. In fact, this young man in Burkina Faso is doing tremendously well, and his people are really giving him the support he really needed for him to be able to transform their countries. So I already said in a radio address to mark 2 years since he seized power in a coup. In fact, we are going to withdraw mining permits, he said. He did not specify which permits or provide further detail. Gold is the main export of the West African country, where frustrations over a long-running security crisis helped bring the junta to power in 2022. Since then, it has served long-standing ties with Western allies and sought closer relations with Russia. London-listed Endeavour Mining, Australia-based West African Resources, Russia's Nord Gold, and Canadians' Horizon Gold Corporation operate in Burkina Faso. Operations have been complicated by growing insecurity despite the junta promising to contain groups linked to Al-Qaeda and Islamic State. The country saw several escalation of deadly attacks in 2023 with more than 8,000 people reportedly killed, according to the US-based Crisis Monitoring Group. So, this is a welcome development. In fact, as a matter of fact, most countries in Africa have to revoke or revisit some of these permits. Yes, because in the sense that if natural resources are being gotten out of African soils, these African countries should have at least 80 or 85% ownership or the proceeds that comes out of these precious metals or natural resources, because these multinationals will not be taking African blessings out of African soils, of which most of these African countries have little or nothing out of what comes out of its own soil. So it is only fair enough that some of these permits are renegotiated or revoked, so that the country will have total ownership of its own precious metals and its own blessings. So in return, they can use the proceeds of these precious metals or natural resources to develop their various nations. Yes, it is an atom of wickedness when you think that Botswana had the second ever found precious gold found in Botswana, and Botswana don't have any right over it.